names because people ain't gonna do nothing but deny shit. You know how people get on Facebook and say, just because I make a post don't
Doesn't
mean that it's about me.
Mm-hmm.
So we ain't gonna put no names. We just gonna read the post. It could be something that somebody shared. Basically, if you shared, you own it. But anyway, I'm scrolling down my shit, you know what I'm saying, and I see this shit. Now I will say this though, it's a female. At least that's what the owner of the post looks like with the name individual. It says a lot of us are happy because we don't take it seriously. How you feel about that? Apparently it's a woman that said this.
I'm trying to understand what she means by that.
I'm gonna read it again. It said a lot of us are happy. I assume she's talking about women, because we don't take men seriously anymore, and it's a crying, laughing emoji. You know what I'm saying? At the end of that, so she's saying basically, or she shared a post. I guess she concurred because it's a winking face emoji. So bottom line, she agreed with it. She posted it. It says a lot of us are happy because we don't take men seriously anymore. How do you feel about that? What you think?
You know what? And this isn't just for this post in particular. I'm just making it general. I need for women to stop speaking for every woman because you don't know what every woman thinks. I think this is a whole bunch of bullshit. I don't understand it.
Do you take men serious?
Of course.
Do you take anybody serious?
Of course.
What would make you not take somebody serious?
When you can tell when they're joking, when they're being playful. That's when you're not taking somebody serious.
So like comedians, people who are stand-up comedians, people who are being funny, you don't take those serious. Clowns?
I'm not gonna say that because it's a time and a place for everything. So if they're trying to be funny and it's not called for that, then I'm not gonna take you serious because you're trying to be funny in a situation where it's not like a matter. But if we're like joking and playing around, yeah, of course. But
so what do you think she meant by they happier because they're not taking it serious? What that mean? Like, what you think she meant by that? I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think that she mean like she not putting her all into niggas no more. She not falling for what niggas got to say because she just don't. She is, I guess, her being led by the men that she didn't have in her life. They have led her the wrong way. So that's probably why she said she not taking men serious and she's happy. I feel like that's a bunch of bullshit.
Bullshit?
Because seriously, man, come on, man. It's like a civil war going on between males and females, and the more and more I see that shit, it's like it don't piss me off no more. I just find it ignorant because that's just the root word for the type of shit that be going on both sides, both male and female. You got the main thing is a lot of females want power, they want control, they want leadership roles, they want to be treated as equal. Now the thing about equality is this. In some cases, things can be equal. You can have equal shares. You can have equal amounts of food. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You can have equal roles. If you understand what I mean by equal roles, like this person is a manager for this store, and it's a female. This person is a manager for the same store on the other side of the town, and it's a male. That's what I mean when I say equal roles. But like, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. They both come together to make a family, and they both have separate separate abilities that only each of them possess, that only each of them can carry out individually. Like the man role is to provide and be secure and have strength and to protect. That's not the woman's role. You feel what I'm saying? And she should never have to assume that role, especially when she got a man. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, there shouldn't be no, I'm not taking men seriously no more, and I'm happier. How you happier but not taking a man serious? That's beyond me. You feel me? Now, granted, roles have been reversed, and I don't think that the roles are reversed on purpose. I think they reverse by default, meaning like, okay, the woman has to be the man and the woman in the relationship sometimes because the man probably done up and left, died, went to jail, or just moved on, right? So now she's stuck. She either A, gotta find a replacement man and keep him, or B, become the man and the woman in the relationship. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of women don't have what it takes to be the man, so they just be the woman, and they raise a son, regardless if he the only boy or he got sisters and brothers, but they raise the boy up to be all that he can be through what she can give him from what she knows about a man, because she's not a man. She only knows a bit about a man from her experience of being with one, right?
Right.
She also knows what she wants or how she wants a man to treat her. You feel what I'm saying?
Correct.
Same thing like what we was talking about when I was telling you my mom raised me. I was raised. I had a stepfather, but like I said, it was kind of different in my household. And I'll say that for another story. But the point that I'm trying to make is this: I was raised in a household where it was predominantly women. Right? Me and my uncle, we was the only two boys in this household for a long time. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't have no brothers, and I had brothers, but I didn't meet them or live with them until I was like 15, teenager, right? So for a long time growing up, I just had to deal with these women: my grandmother, my auntie, my mother, and whatever woman my uncle brought around. And after a while, I had sisters, 3 of them, right? So, needless to say, I only had one male figure to really look up to that I wanted to look up to. So, with that being said, I took after what I saw, and him, he was the only real like male figure around that I wanted to look at, to take after. So it ain't like I had a dad, you know what I'm saying, and I knew this was my father and all this and that, and I had a male figure. No, this was my uncle. You know what I'm saying? We were kind of close in age, like 11 years apart, I believe. And so, like, his friends was my friends. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hang around my friends so much that was my age. But that's all neither here nor there. The main thing I'm getting at is how my mama raised me. Now, fast forward to me being an adult, whatever, and dealing with women. I often hear women say shit like, I need to thank your mother. I need to send her a card. Compliments to your mama for raising you. Like, yeah, she did good. Pat her on the back. And I never really understood that, why they always say that, and they do. You know what I'm saying? Until I really started digging in and doing research on what a fuck nigga is, right? Or what a nigga in his feelings is. Because I hear women say all the time, niggas is acting like bitches and bitch-made niggas and da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, where is that coming from?
Right.
What do you mean? Mama's boy or is that? So I started doing research and I started asking women, like, what do they mean by that? What is this? Well, they always say, oh, well, he act like a bitch. He got feminine ways. And I said, okay, how does a man grow up into his feminine ways and not his male ways? So I started doing some research. So I said, okay, in order for a woman to grow up a woman, she has to take after a woman. She has to model herself after a woman. She has to have a woman role model. She has to learn from a woman how to do things from a woman. Is there things women automatically know without being taught by a woman?
Right.
Yes, I believe it is. It is. Just like it's things that men grow up to know that this is what a man's supposed to do without even having to be taught by a man. I grew up learning what a man's supposed to do without having to be taught. It was kind of like second nature, because I am a man,
Right.
and I'm going down a man's road, not a woman's road, right? So I say to myself, okay, if there's things that a woman can learn how to be a woman from herself, self-teaching, then there's also stuff that a man should be able to learn how to be a man on his own. Now, if another man is there teaching this man, then that's a plus. Just like if there's another woman there teaching this woman, that's a plus too. Okay? Now, how does a man grow up learning how to be a woman or learning how to have woman feelings? I don't understand that. You said a nigga in her feeling. Okay, so I said, okay, the things about being a man, I learned them on my own or from watching other men in the streets or watching other men on TV, watching these things. I didn't pick up women traits or learning how to be a woman from doing that, from watching other women. That ain't what I did. That ain't what I do, right? But what I can say is this. When a woman is babying her son and catering to him as if she would a girl, and she's doing that like as often as she can, then that might make that boy inherit some female feminine shit. I ain't taking nothing away from that. Now, did my mama do that to me? Yeah, she did. She spoiled the shit out of me. I was the only boy. Did I grow up gay or having female ways? No, I didn't. Because as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I was taught blue is for boys, pink is for girls throughout my whole life. I was taught that you don't go into the female's bathroom. That's a female's bathroom. It's for females. I was taught that these are boy things and these are girl things, period. You don't cry when you a boy. Like, I've been taught that. I was taught that. That might not even be right.
It's
you feel what I'm saying? But that's what I was taught as a boy.
Yeah.
And my mama taught me that. My mama said, boys don't cry, young man. I was a crybaby, I ain't gonna lie. But she used to always correct me, like, stop fucking crying. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never hold me and say, oh, don't cry. No, she was like, nigga, punch me in my chest, stop crying. Like that. Right? But that still didn't make me, like, tough. I still used to cry. I still did it. And sometimes I cried because that's the only thing I could do. It didn't make me less of a man, and it didn't make me more of a man. It just made me human.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It made me understanding my feelings. Now, women used to say, thank your mother for this, thank your mother for that. I used to be like, okay, all right. But now I get that because my mother was a single mother until she had met my stepfather and did all of that. But outside of that, she raised me to be the man that she always wanted for herself. She always told me to be nice to women. Whenever I had a girlfriend or a girlfriend interest, she would always tell me to keep some money. She would tell me to buy gifts, smell good, women like roses, candy, da 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 da. Like all of the women in my family taught me how to treat women because that's how they wanted men to treat them, right?
Right.
And that's why I'm the way that I am with a woman. That's why women always take my kindness for weakness. That's why I'm always giving women the boot. Like, bitch, I'm gone. You got me fucked up.
Right.
Because I come into the relationship part of it and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm nice, I'm polite, I'm catering, you feel what I'm saying? I'm paying for everything. I'm doing the massages, the background, I'm cooking. Like, I learned all of that stuff. I learned all of that stuff from women. Women taught me how to get other women. And they said, if you want a girlfriend, you're going to have to smell good. You're going to have to look good. You're going to have to keep yourself up. You're going to have to buy her stuff. You're going to have to take her out. You're going to have to massage. You're going to have to learn this. You're going to have to know that. You're going to have to learn how to cook. Like, they just teaching me how to deal with women and be with the woman. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But they didn't tell me, they taught me how to get the woman, right? They didn't tell me how crazy bitches was. They didn't tell me nothing about that shit.
Part out.
They didn't tell me how every month a woman gonna get a cycle and get wicked and crazy and nuts. They didn't. She didn't tell me. Yeah, she didn't tell me about pregnant behavior. She didn't tell me about attitudes and what to do when a woman don't want to listen. She didn't tell me none of that shit.
They told you about Dreamland.
They taught me how to be the man that they wanted for them. Right? And I understood that. Right? Because right now I got a 16-year-old daughter, right? She's not a 16-year-old boy. So I can't teach her how to be a man. And I damn sure can't teach her how to be a woman because I'm not a woman. But guess what I can teach her how to be? The woman that I always wanted. The woman that every man wants.
Yep.
The woman that's obedient. The woman that's not a follower, but will subject herself to her husband's lead or her boyfriend's lead or whatever significant. She's not gonna be dumb. She's gonna be educated.
Right.
My daughter gonna know how to be that, how to be a buddy before she can be somebody's boo. You understand? And that's where it's at with her. That's where it's at with me and her. But to go back to the fact of they was talking about niggas being bitch made and shit like that, right? I was trying to figure out where that come from, and to my knowledge, I've come to the conclusion that just come from their upbringing, not necessarily single mothers, because you got 2-parent households where the boy got some softness in him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I'm not blaming single mothers for raising punk ass sons, because that's what we just gonna call them. They punks. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sissified, right?
Right.
But that don't mean they're bad people. That just mean that they got some feminine ways. And it came from somewhere. It came from them being around a lot of women and their masculinity, you know what I'm saying, was challenged and tested and they fell subject to that.
Yeah.
Or it could come from a woman brainwashing her son to act and think like a woman. You feel what I'm saying? Because she mad at her boyfriend or his dad. Or it can come from like what I went through. Women telling me how to treat other women. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm not gonna say I'm soft, but I do fight with my feelings. I ain't gonna say I'm a punk or I got some gay shit in me, but I do fight with wanting to cry and not crying. There's a lot of times I done been through some shit where I wanted to cry, man. Like, damn, man, what the fuck? You feel me?
Right.
But I fight with myself and I be like, nah, we ain't about to do that. Especially around people. You know what I'm saying? But that came from my mama telling me, like, nigga, you a boy, and boys don't cry. You feel what I'm saying? Kind of like what I be telling my son when he used to try to kiss me because his mother used to kiss him. I used to be like, boys don't kiss boys. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. That ain't it. I don't give a fuck what they saying out there in the streets. I don't give a fuck what they saying on TV.
Right.
Boys don't kiss motherfucking boys.
No, they don't.
Not in my house. I mean, that's just it. Whatever they want to do, that's on them.
That's out there.
Yeah,
We talk about in here.
what I'm teaching my son,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Boys don't kiss boys. Just like my mama told me, boys don't cry. You know what I'm saying? That might not be right. It might not be true. Because everybody cry. Everybody cry. You know what I'm saying?
That's
even
different
dogs cry.
from you talking about a boy kissing another. That's completely.
Right.
That's
and
not.
it's uncomfortable. You
Exactly.
see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to like shine some light on that. You know what I'm saying? And moving right along. You know. Nah, for real, because
But I do want to reiterate on that, on women trying to speak for other women, because it's actually not even just women, it's universal. Man can't speak for other men because you don't know what that other person feels or what their thoughts are or anything like that. So
you don't, and it's not like people speak for everybody, but I do feel like they leave that part out where they like. I don't leave it out. I might say some shit like some women, not all, but a large percent. I might say some shit like that. But what's coming behind that is statistics, some shit I done looked up, some shit I done Googled. You know what I'm saying?
no, that's different because you're going off of something that you can
Facts.
everybody can go and look up. But when you're coming like how she just did in the post, that's completely like no.
Before we done with that, let me read that again.
Because
I'm not gonna say who it came from, but this came from a woman on Facebook.
PSA announcement,
Said,
ladies.
a lot of us are happy because we don't take men seriously anymore. Okay, we gonna let that die. Feel me? And just coming back, man. A real man provides for his family. This is another post that somebody said.
He said
It's
a
coming
real
from a woman.
man provides for his
A
family.
real man provides for his family.
A real person provides. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. We gotta.
Well, I guess she was talking about because probably somebody she's dealing with or have dealt with or is going on in somebody else's life ain't providing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But it's like we gotta get out of this mentality that it's only supposed to be the man who provides. I get that.
Traditionally,
That's tradition.
Traditionally, it was like that, but ain't nobody traditional no more.
Like you
know
said,
what I'm
because if you was traditional, women would be waiting till they got married to have sex.
Yeah, but that's another thing too.
All of that. So that's another
thing,
for another story for another time.
Now, this is what I want to ask you. Okay, because there aren't any more traditional men out here being traditional, does that mean that all women get a pass on not being virgins? Or does that mean like it's just something going on in the world? Like, because I was raised, one monkey don't stop no show. Meaning that just because niggas ain't traditional don't mean you ain't supposed to hold up your values. Right. Now, is it okay for me to want a traditional woman and I'm not traditional? Is it okay, yes or no?
I mean, that's what you want.
But
you can't.
Is it fair?
Now, when you speak on the lines of fair, some people may say no because you're asking for something that you're not giving in return. But at the same time, that's what you want. Right. So they can't knock you or give exactly. And
now,
if you can't find it, then
right. Who fault is that? Okay. Now, the same thing with you know what I'm saying? All of this, it's just too much going on, man. Like when people say shit like, real man this, real woman.
Where did we start putting the real in front of?
We know what they mean. You know what I'm saying? We know what they mean. They just don't know what they mean. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what people mean when they say real. We know what they mean, man. You know, we just want to be want to be in denial and say shit like, oh, real means authentic. Real means not fake. Real is the opposite of fake. Everybody real. Ain't nobody fake. Now, we know what they mean.
Exactly.
We mean either A, they a bunch of bullshit, or B, they on game. Like, motherfuckers say real men do this. So if I don't do this, I'm not a real man. No, that's not what they saying, man. What they saying is the right man. That's what they should start saying. The right woman. The right man.
Yeah.
Instead of real man, because this is going way out of context.
I'm trying to figure out when did that get started? Who
It came from like rappers
put
and shit.
real in front of? Oh yeah, I'm a real woman. I'm a real man. I do.
Yeah, you're dealing with a real one. I mean, that's just what it is. But they should say right. Like
right.
when we like we was watching Django, and the nigga say the right nigga. You gotta say the right. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say real no more. Because let's just say you my best friend, right?
Yeah.
Listen, man. You my best friend, right? We grew up together, right?
Right.
And then somebody we just met, you know what I'm saying, might want to join our group, our little circle, whatever, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, you on the other hand, you gotta play on some tickets, right? Let's just say you gotta play on some tickets. You bought some tickets to a concert, but it's only 2. And you're trying to figure out who to take. Now, our new friend, he liked the person that you going to the concert with, and he want to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you like, nah, I'm taking me because you knew me longer and you bond with me and like this some shit that we want to do. But then he like, oh man, that's fake as fuck, man, because I asked you first, right?
Right.
But where your loyalty lie? Your loyalty lie with somebody you grew up with, or this nigga because he asked you first and you just met him, you know what I'm saying? He could say you not being real, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you was to take him and not me, I'll probably say, oh, that ain't real. That's fake as fuck. You just met that nigga,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it's not real or fake. It's just you got the right one. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The right person would pick the person that they grew up with and knew for a long time, right?
Right.
The right person would say, he asked me first, even though I knew you long. He asked me first, my nigga. Like, that's the right person, right? Now, depending on who that is affecting, then that person can be like, oh, that nigga fake, or he ain't real for that. But see, that's just a feeling. Just because you chose to take this person over this person, whichever person it was,
Right.
don't make you fake, don't make you right, don't make you wrong. It just makes you human. You had to make a decision.
It's a choice.
Yeah. And it was either this person or that person, or you could have just said fuck both of them and take
took
somebody else. Or you could have sold them. You feel what I'm saying?
I was thinking that too.
There's no right or wrong answer.
It's not.
But this is where people get off explaining or trying to say that he real or he fake. Like, come on, man. Like, it's not about that. It's just about what somebody's doing to you at the time that they doing it.
If you want to say somebody, I would say being fake is like this. I'm laughing in your face with you right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I go be like, oh yeah, no, I'm not, and start talking. That's being fake, because I should have brought that same. If I really don't like you, I gotta bring that same energy. Don't be fake in my face, laughing and kicking when you know you don't like me. I feel like that's what fake is. That's my definition of being fake. That's my definition of being fake.
Yeah, that's definitely some fake shit right there. But you can't really put a fake word on that either. You need to call that what it is. That's treason. You know what I'm saying? That's just flat out fuckery. Like,
Yeah.
you just being raw.
Yeah.
That's on the lines of keep your friends close and enemies closer. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, man, that's deep, because The left hand ain't never supposed to know what the right hand is doing. But I'm not finna be in your face laughing and kicking it with you and really know that.
And I don't rock with you.
That's just, what kind of person is that? That's a fucked up individual. I mean, that's a dangerous individual.
Very.
Oh man.
Very.
He playing a dangerous game.
Very.
Or she. And it's women out here like that. Just like it's niggas out here like that. That's why I don't fuck with people, man. I keep my distance.
The fuckery is universal.
Now some shit like that going on is really like, and you never know. That's why I keep my distance, because it's people out here like that. My dad always told me. He said you can't stop a motherfucker from talking shit about you, but you can stop a motherfucker from talking shit about you in your face. He said you can't stop a motherfucker from what they gonna do behind your back, but you got power of who in your face.
Yeah, that's very true.
My dad is smart, man. He wise beyond belief, because he been through a lot of shit. You hear him? Been through a lot of shit. So he be letting me know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I don't even be knowing. You know, he got me out of a lot of shit. Help me out.
Get him on one of these episodes one day.
Yeah, he gonna be doing it. It's just yeah, man. That's deep, man.
It is.
It's the fake shit is real deep. You know, it's a lot of shit that be going on. And
I see it firsthand every day, especially at my job. I see it all the time. I do.
Coworkers is hella
my
fake.
Goodness.
Hella weird.
Ooh. They be laughing, kikiing, and because they could be, after they laughing and kiki in the first face, like, yeah, I ain't in it. Such and such and such. I'm just thinking in my head, well, if you don't like this person, why is y'all conversating and laughing it up like y'all good old friends? Like y'all been friends for umpteen years. Keep it real. If you can't keep, I'm real enough for myself, so I'm not gonna lie or be fake to, or not. Let me get that word out of my vocabulary. Not fake, but I'm not gonna be laughing in your face when I know I don't like you. I'm just not that. I'm not built that way.
All right, moving right along. This post right here, coming from a woman again.
What is wrong with it?
Energy. Slut her out and spoil her. It's
okay.
energy. It's energy.
So,
what does that mean to you?
That means she wants to get fucked like a hoe.
That's what slut you out mean?
That's what I'm assuming she means.
What does it mean to you? If somebody said, slut me out and spoil me, what you think they mean?
Well, of course.
The slut me out part, what you think that means?
The spoil part is obvious.
What's the slut me out part, though? If a woman say slut me out, what that mean? I'm gonna tell you what I mean, what I think it means, but you tell me what you think it means. Coming from a woman.
They want to get fucked by multiple people at one time.
Like a slut, right?
That's what I was gonna say. They want somebody to run a train on them.
That's what I was
gonna say. And then go take them to the mall and go shopping.
Yeah, so that's
Gold digger 101.
So when a woman says, "Slut me out and spoil me," that's what that means.
That's
she want to get the train ran on.
That's what I'm assuming, because I don't know. I'm not a woman. I'm a unicorn.
Well, yeah, that's true. Let me tell you what I think. When I hear a woman say "slut me out," I really feel like she want to be like, I'm gonna slut her out. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of her. I
feel like she want to be ball gagged.
I'm gonna treat her like a slut. Yeah, I'm gonna tie her up. You know what I'm saying? Slap her with this dick all in her face. I'm gonna hit her all over the face.
She
I'm
gonna come all over her face.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her 100 shades of gray. Then I'm gonna call my nigga, right? And be like, bruh, I got us one.
Call him while you up in her.
Yeah.
Why you fucking?
I'm gonna be like, no. When he get here, I'm gonna be like, she gonna be like, nah. I'm gonna be like, no. You said slut you out, right? This is what I'm doing. I'm doing what you asked. Okay. I'm about to slut you out. And then when he done, my man's gonna come in here. My other man's gonna come in here, and we gonna finish what me and you started. Da 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 da. And I'm gonna take you shopping. He might take you, spend a little couple hours on you, but you just said slut you. That's I don't like hearing that shit. Slut me out. Like that shit. The song is cool by NLE. I slut me out.
Do you like
Mm.
his or the other version that you heard? The
With
one
Sexy
with
Red.
Sexy Red in
I'm glad you brought her up. I'm
it.
glad. I'm so glad you brought up Sexy Red, man. Now, I'm all for the slut talk. I'm all for it because just like somebody can study for a role about being a drug dealer, homosexual, pedophile, rapist, killer, murderer, racist person, Ku Klux Klansman, whatever. Just like a person can study lines and go perform a role, it's the same way I feel like Sexy Red is doing with her music choice and her choice of words. I don't take nothing from her. She's a she's a creative genius. Definitely in the creative part of her life. She making her money.
Yeah.
She and right now she's at the point where she's an influence now. She's an influence. She's an influence, and it is what it is with her. You know what I'm saying? She can she can say anything she want to say, derogatory and negative, and it's a hit.
Yeah, it is.
If the goal is to make money, applaud her
Cause
because
she
she making
making it.
hers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody else doing it. Now, you got people that grew up on rap, grew up on people spitting what they know and what they lived through and what they've been through and facts and niggas relating to shit and like, yeah, I can feel this because music gets you through a lot of shit.
It do.
Music massages your soul when you feeling blue. You know what I'm saying? It bring you out of tough situations. It helps you sing your pain away. You feel what I'm saying?
It do.
Sometimes you can hear put on the song and it'll boost you up, or it'll make you fight, get your ass beat
It
for real.
will.
Because I mean, music is the force that drives you, right?
Correct.
And what Sexy Red doing is just falling into play. She this is a business for her, and
And
it's like people is coming at this woman, you know what I'm saying, and attacking her because she just doing a she just hustling, you know. And it might be she might be a nasty bitch. She might be a freak, whatever, but that's her business. You know what I'm
and
saying?
and here's
It don't take nothing away from her.
not to cut you off, but I feel like it's because they seem to now it's a problem with these female rappers talking nasty like that. But how many songs where it was the male version they talking about all
Right.
kinds of nasty
Now
stuff?
now that's hypocrisy, number one. Number two though, like I was talking about in the last podcast when I was talking about how the gay shit went too far,
Hmm.
like how I would be a hypocrite if I was just like denounce the whole gay thing because like I said, when I see two women kissing, that turns me on, but two men makes me throw up, right?
Right.
So how can I be for one thing and not for the other?
Right.
So I'm saying that the shit was cool when it was like this, but now y'all motherfuckers is taking it too far. The shit was cool when females was rapping mediocre and talking about, you know what I'm saying, the shit Lil Kim was talking about.
Right.
But now they feel like, oh, this bitch done gone too far now. She's talking about licking booty holes and
Pussy pink
pussy
and booty
pink,
hole
brown,
brown.
all that shit. Like, yeah, hold on now. See, that's how people feel though. They feel like they lost control. Like, hold on. People feel though. They feel like they lost control. Like, hold on, it's going too far.
Right.
But shit, it is what it is. That's her. That's where she
how
come
making
from.
her money.
If Ice Cube and them can start off gangster rap talking about reality raps, talking about what they going through in the streets, why she can't talk about what she go through in the bedroom,
In the sheets.
in the sheets? You feel me? What other area
Huh?
do she got? She ain't no drug dealer.
No.
She not about to get on no tracks and talk about selling drugs and all that shit because that ain't her. That ain't what she do. You feel what I'm saying? She ain't out here robbing niggas and taking niggas up top. She ain't got no body, so that ain't what she rapping about. She rapping about the shit she do. She rapping about herpes and you know what I'm saying, STDs and getting fucked. And she said, I seen your dick print.
I need it now.
I'm with all of that. Talk to me like that. You hear me? I like that type of shit. I listen to that shit. Yeah, bitch. You see this print, don't you? Come get this motherfucker. You hear me? That's what I'm into,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with her. I don't have a problem with her, number one, because she's a female in a male's world. She's a female in a male's world. I'm gonna say it again. She's a female in a male's world. The rap industry is a man's industry.
It is.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
It is.
It's statistically proven that the males dominate that industry. And as a woman in that industry, she gotta hold her own weight. She gotta have some room to compete, even if that's not her real life. Rick Ross ain't his motherfucking life. That nigga was a fucking CO.
Mm-hmm.
So if this motherfucker can get up there and make millions of dollars by being somebody else, why the fuck she can't? And if this is the real her, then so be it. That make it even raw.
I remember my mom's friend was listening to my little brother rap, and before my little brother could finish his rap, he stopped him and told him, like, don't rap about nothing if you ain't never been through it before.
Man, that shit went out the window
yeah,
years ago.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Before dude probably was even born, because people rap about stuff that they don't even have any clue.
And the only people that know the real is the people that they grew up with or been close to. Now, my thing is this. I'm a rapper. I'm an entertainer. I own a record label. And I make music, right?
Correct.
Now, when I first started making music, I kind of took after a couple of my favorite rappers. I would rap like how they rap or what they rapped about. Like back in my day, I grew up on Chameleonaire, Paul Wall, them Chopper Screw shit. Get your mind correct.
Mm-hmm.
And them niggas used to rap about, you know what I'm saying, like one of my favorite songs. TV screens falling out the sky like rain. I opened up my trunk and lights and showed the sidelines brain. Never brag about my rims in my life, man. But then my 20s turned to 22s and my mind changed. Slanging Wayne. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. They rapping about shit like that. So I'm like, well, shit, that shit sound great. Never did I once think, do these niggas got that shit they rapping about? Because I didn't fucking care. Why? Because it sounded good. Right. And that's the shit I want. That's the shit I want. Right. I want TV screens falling out the sky like rain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want it. You know what I'm saying?
20s to turn into
all
22.
that shit, right? So that's what I started rapping about. Never did I once have a fucking car with 22s on it when I was younger. But I was rapping about that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know why I chose to rap about that shit instead of the shit I was going through? Because that shit made me happy. The shit I was going through was fucking depressing.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. First of all, I was small as a kid. So I grew up getting bullied and having to fight all the goddamn time. A lot of the times that when I fought, I got beat up. But I always fought, though. You feel what I'm saying?
It wasn't like I was just standing there taking it.
No, yeah. So even though I either got beat up or whatever, I always fought. And that made me feel better. You feel what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers be talking shit, oh, I ain't whoop biscuit, da. But he fought, though. He ain't run.
Exactly.
Can't nobody ever say they hold me or punked me out. They can never say that. Never. I don't give a fuck who it is. We can hash shit out right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never back down from nobody. No matter how big you was, no matter how many of you all it was. And what's crazy is, I would rather fight a group of niggas than one any day. Because a lot of people don't realize it's easy to fight 3 niggas than it is to fight 1 nigga. Because 3 niggas gotta hit you without hitting each other. And you got 3 targets. You feel what I'm saying?
Like the way you think.
That's just me. I always been that dude. Always been ready to rumble. Like, I don't feel pain until I need to feel it. Until, like, I'm in a hospital and they about to give me some medicine. Like, I don't feel that shit. It just don't. Like Junior. That nigga done got shot in his leg, all that shit, shots everywhere. He don't even be crying or nothing. Lost his pinky.
His whole pinky.
Now he cried for that, but he ain't do what I thought he was gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he came down the stairs with half a pinky and was bleeding and was just looking at me like, is we going to the hospital? But needless to say though, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it is, man. So for me to rap about my life, man, it was just like, no.
My life ain't really that great right now. So what the fuck I'm gonna rap about it for? But as I got older, I started realizing that okay, this is what people rapping about. They rapping about the shit that they doing and shit. So I started doing this shit. You feel me? I never desired to sell drugs, right? A lot of the people that I knew growing up, they was doing it, they was making money. So I said, okay, let me do it because I want to make some money. I could have went and worked and actually I did. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else was doing this, so I'm like, let me see what this is like. And when I got in it, I was good at it.
Mm.
I was good at it because I was good at math. I'm good at accounting. I'm good at, you know what I'm saying, man, having my ends justify my means, and I made some of the most money I ever made in my life, hustling, selling dope, whatever, right? So, and what's crazy is, and this might sound funny as hell, the whole time I was doing that,
Mm-hmm.
I did not make not one fucking rap song about it. Not on wax. I probably had it made up in my mind
Right.
because I stopped writing. I just freestyle everything.
Mm.
I never made no songs about it until I stopped, until I had to stop, until I went to prison and came home. Then I was like, you know what? I'm about to start rapping. So now, fast forward 3 years away from selling drugs and being in the streets. I'm at home now. Now I want to rap about my life as a drug dealer and trapper and all that. So now I'm rapping about the shit. But guess what?
What?
Don't nobody believe me.
Oh wow.
Don't nobody believe me but the people I was around when I was doing this shit, right?
Right.
But guess what? I can't even go to them to vouch for me because they don't like me. They gon' speak against me. So even though they know I was out there hustling and making the money that I was making, they'll tell somebody else that don't know that's trying to ask if I was doing it. They'll be like, nah, he wasn't doing that shit like that. He wasn't doing none of that. You feel what I'm saying?
No, they be hating.
Basically, basically. But you can't deny it because a lot of people that really look up to me, that kick it with me, that fuck with me, they know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you said, who is that? Your uncle, your brother told the dude, don't rap about nothing that ain't real.
Yeah, a friend of my mom's.
Yeah, I used to be like that, but now it's like all of the music that I made, put on YouTube, that's authentic. But motherfuckers don't like it. How I know they don't like it? Cause all of the views on there is mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I done played these songs back to back to back to back. I got songs that's really, really expressing how I done shot people, how I done sold this and sold that, like, and I really did this. But don't nobody like it. So they don't like the music when I was fabricating it, and they don't like my music when it's authentic. So is it because they just don't like my music or they just don't like me?
Exactly.
A good friend of mine told me, he said, my nigga, if you don't ever make it in the music industry, it's not because of your talent. It damn sure ain't. And I agree with him, not because he my homie, not because he my ace, but because it's fucking true.
It is.
It's true, man. And I listen to myself all the time. You feel me? And I'm just as good as them motherfuckers in the industry, if not better.
Exactly.
But it'll never happen because I got so many people keeping me down. You hear me? I got so much keeping me down.
That's exactly right there. It will happen. You wanna know why?
Why?
You doing all of this on your own. You ain't go to nobody. You ain't getting and talking to no record. Why not just keep going?
I mean,
Get artists onto.
I
There's
mean,
people out there who.
yeah, I can keep going with this shit. I ain't gonna never stop. But I'm just saying, like how these motherfuckers is with record deals and being
Then.
right. So that's how I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be less available to motherfuckers who waste my time,
Yeah.
and more available to motherfuckers who don't waste my time. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's just beneficial, man. Like I limited all that bullshit. Like my friends now are like my primary care doctor. That's one of my friends. You feel what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
Electricians,
Mhm.
mechanics.
Yep.
Those are my friends.
Mhm.
I send those people Christmas cards
The
and stuff.
postman.
Yeah. Shit like that.
Right.
You know? So it's like the older that I become, the more my brain start to fucking work like an adult. And I start to realize shit, man. Even people that are older than me, I realize they on bullshit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Oh yeah.
And just because you older than me, don't mean I got to follow you around. Don't mean I have to listen to what you got to say. I might hear you, but I ain't listening to you, nigga.
I look
Like,
at myself, and I look at some people that are older than me, and I just be sitting there confused. Like, how am I 10 years or 20 years younger than you, and you acting like that?
I mean, man, that's
Like,
just people's upbringing, and they missed a whole lot. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was behind on some things. I feel like I should have been up on. I missed a whole lot, but that's just my mom, not exposing me to a lot of the shit that she felt was evil for me, and I don't blame her for that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's wrong with these kids now. We exposing them to too much. You feel me? The more you keep them
I remember a
intact and in
time
check,
where our parents used to say, "Stay in a child's place."
yeah, that ain't the case
That's
no more.
no.
That ain't the
If
case no
anything,
more.
they trying to use. You always heard, "Don't be in a rush to grow up too fast. Stay a kid. Enjoy your childhood. It only
Yeah,
comes around one time."
yeah. I never been that parent. To like, my mom never been that parent either with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never drove my mom a car when I was a kid. Not her car. I ain't never smoked around her, drank around, none of that as a kid. Like my mama was strict when I was young.
I know this girl. I'm not gonna name no names, but her mom, her whole family, they drink around each other. And
Mm-mm.
when her mom gets drunk, she starts like physically destroying stuff. Like they neither one of them needs to drink because they have a temper that is completely uncontrollable. And then when you mix alcohol with it, it just gets 10 times worse. Been video chatting with her, and they were drinking, and they start like physically throwing blows at each other, fighting each
Wow.
other, and there's nothing you can do at that point but hang up because there's no getting through to them, and
That's
that's
crazy.
sad. Like the fact that you can even think drinking with your like I understand people, some kids as they get older go out to the bar with their dad or with their mom and have a drink, but the way that they do it, they down bottles
Mhm.
and go crazy. And I just be looking like, that's your daughter. She only 22.
Yeah.
And you out here getting her sloppy drunk. And y'all just fighting and tearing up stuff, breaking TVs, busting windows, slashing
Oh
tires.
wow. Breaking TVs.
Yes,
That's terrible.
she went through 3 TVs in under a year.
3.
Three flat screens.
Whoa.
Y'all don't see the problem?
Man, it's alright.
I don't understand people.
But man, the main thing is just basically, man, it's just focus, control, and patience. FCP.
FCP people.
Focus,
Focus,
control,
control,
and patience.
patience.
You know, proper planning beats poor performance.
Say it again.
On one of these segments, I'm gonna give out some major paper advice, some tips and trades, some tricks. I got a lot of plays, man, so people can use to get money. You know what I'm saying? Get business loans and shit. It's just fucked up how how much a role you have to play in some of these things. Like right now there's a bunch of delivery services out there. DoorDash,
Uber
Uber Eats,
Eats.
Grubhub, Postmates.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one? What's another one? DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, Uber Eats. What's another one? It's some more, right?
But just like those delivery services,
Mhm.
it's one out there called Snap Delivered, and somebody had brought it to my attention a few years back and said this is another delivery service that's on the rise, and their delivery fee is only $2. So if a restaurant gets a delivery from the Snap Deliver app, no matter how big it is,
Right.
it could be a $50 order, $100 order. The Snap Delivery company only charges the restaurant $2,
Mm.
and that's it.
Mm.
There's other restaurants that charge a monthly fee, a weekly fee,
Yeah.
and on top of that, a delivery fee.
Mhm.
But not this delivery service. This delivery service don't charge any of that, and they only do $2 per delivery.
Mm.
They got their own drivers that you can sign up and become a driver, just like a Lyft driver or a DoorDash driver. You can deliver for Snap.
Right.
You can just add another um stream of income to your already income stream.
Right.
I've never seen nothing wrong with that.
Me
Like
either.
when I was door dashing, I tried to sign up for all of them: Postmates, Uber Eats, all that shit, right?
Right.
So that I can have options for when this shit is moving slow. I got this shit.
Right.
So right now, I'm an IBO with Snap Delivery. I'm an independent business owner, which means that as a manager of my position, I can go and get restaurants to sign up under my delivery service. You know, I can sign them up. I can sign up a restaurant. Let's just say I go to um, Wendy's, right?
Mhm.
I would have to talk to the owner of the franchise because I have to talk to the owner, either the person who's franchising that restaurant or the person who's own the actual company, right?
Right.
Now you can talk to those people, just gotta know how. You gotta go through they board members and get an email or something and try to sit down with some people, right?
Right.
Like that's above my pay grade. You know, I've tried to do that. Don't believe me, I've tried, but they ain't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody to get down and sit down and talk with them. But guess what though? They got DoorDash, right?
Yeah.
They got Uber Eats, right?
Yeah.
They got motherfucking Postmates and shit. They got Grubhub. So why they don't got Snap Deliver? And Snap Deliver is way better and more beneficial for them than anybody else
It
that they
really
got on
is.
that they working with already.
It
But it's
really
like
is.
me trying to come into a restaurant and talk to the owner and explain them how my company works. They looking at me, first of all, they looking at me like I'm a young black dude, and I'm probably in here trying to scam them, rob them, or see what the fuck going on, or I'm in here blowing smoke. That's how they look at me when I'm coming. No matter if I put on a fucking suit, no matter nothing. So it's like, okay, I'm already in the negative. You know what I'm saying? I'm already in the negative because I'm black, I'm young, and I'm a male, and I'm in Cleveland, mind you. It's fucking piss poor ass fucking city, boy. I swear to God, it's not for black people. Cleveland ain't for fucking black people. It ain't. This shit is fucked up out here. I went to every fucking restaurant I could think of, and I came in there professional, polite. I had my memorandums. I had my evidence. Snap Delivered do seminars and webinars and QRs and Zoom meetings every day. They have a Zoom meeting or a fucking interview or a call or something that you can get on and learn about their organization. And it's like I couldn't even tell these motherfuckers that.
Mm.
I'm sitting up looking like, is you fucking for real? Wait a minute. You in business, right? You already got delivery services that you using, right? And
Mhm.
they raping you. I know they is. This one, you can just add to that list and hopefully knock some of those off. Oh well, my customers already got DoorDash. Well, tell them that you switching over to Snap and have them order off the Snap app. Just like the DoorDash app, you got to Snap. You can't tell people this.
Right.
And these people are people that's supposed to be in business to make money. It's
Supposed.
not that they didn't want the Snap delivered. No, they might want it, but they didn't want it from me.
That's what.
They
It's
didn't want
not the
me to
product.
have
It's
an
the
attachment.
person.
Yeah, they didn't want me to have an attachment to cash flow. They didn't want me to prosper. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I told this one lady, she texted me, she said, my husband told me not to sign with Snap because I'm doing too much. I can't handle it. And I replied, I said, I've never met anyone that would tell someone not to get no money.
Right.
I said the best thing you can do is add your restaurant to this app, because this app is opening you up to a whole new type of customer. You got a DoorDash customer over here, that's DoorDash money. You got Uber Eats over here, you can count that Uber Eats money. You got Grubhub customers over here, you can count that. Postmates customers, you can count that. Now you got Snap Delivery customers. So before you had 5 ways to get money. Adding Snap Delivery, you got 6. What's wrong with adding more um um streams of income? I've never heard that. So it's in my head, it's not that they don't want to add the money. They don't want to add it's not that they don't want to add the extra stream. They don't want it from me. They don't want me to be attached to it. And I'm like, this bitch don't even know me.
Right.
I came in here suited and booted. I'm young and black. You can't even help me. You a black business owner, but I can't be one.
Right.
But I'm still entitled. So I said, you know what? Since I can't find no restaurants to sign up like all the rest of these white people doing and being successful and prospering, they living the dream. I'm gonna start my own fucking restaurant, and I'm gonna sign myself up. Then I'm gonna sign me some drivers. Then I'm gonna refer the app, because not only do you make money every time a restaurant that you signed up gets an order, you make money off a delivery driver that you signed up that's picking up deliveries. Every time he get a delivery, you get paid. Every time that restaurant makes a delivery, you get paid. Every time you get paid. Every time a person you refer to that app uses that app, you get paid. And don't nobody want that kind of money. I see people all I wish I had this job, or I'm trying to get this job, and da. Granted, being a business owner ain't for everybody, but residual income is. Residual income is money you don't have to work for. Residual is coming in on its own. Linear and leverage income, you gotta learn that as a black person. This is the type of knowledge that I know, that I can spit at people, that I can take. I got degrees in business management and microcomputers. I got accounting up under me. But motherfuckers look at me like I'm just a dumb nigga. Don't know shit. Just fucked up. Stupid. I can't tell. On my next motherfucking podcast, man, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some motherfucking knowledge. All these motherfuckers got knowledge and shit, got tricks to the trade, got ways to get good credit and all that. They want to tax you for it, but I'm gonna give it to you for free. You're gonna have to tune in though. But right now, this shit is a wrap.